can I say? What can I say? Here is your host, Sean DemRoc. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Good night, good night, good night to everyone. And this is a quick DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards update. All right. Very important, very important, very important, very, 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 very important. So I would like you guys to help me share this live because, as always, um, Facebook is always, preventing my post and lives and all of these things from, you know, showing on different timeline. Yeah. So, excuse me. Gonna wait about a minute more before I actually get started. All right. Again, this is the DemRoc Music and Entertainment Awards update for December 16th in Brooklyn, New York, at the Oceana Theater, the beautiful Oceana Theater at that. All right. So, um, first things first, as I said, good night to each and every one of you. Good night, Junette. And as always, you always show up, and appreciate you for being here, and many others that is tapped in right now. So today is the final day for submission. Um, I am quite happy with the submissions for all the categories. Right? Is just we have two categories that we need filling. So that would be female reggae and um female dancehall, right? And I feel, I mean, I guess it's with all, you know across the board with industries, sometimes you might have a lack of female presence in certain things, and it so happened that our music industry, our music culture, the female dancehall, we don't have too many of those. We don't have too many of those, right? And also calypso, we don't have too many of those, right? So here's one. Um, so female reggae, and female dancehall, right? I also need I also need you guys to, well, like I said, I my post, I believe, sometimes gets, you know shadow banned by Facebook, so sometimes people don't see my posts, even though I post almost every day. Especially with the awards, right? Um, so I'm asking when I post things, that you guys, help share it. It will help a whole lot, right? So, so far, the categories that the categories that we have, um why am I doing that? And as a matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick so I can, because I still have some of you guys submitting, and you're missing a very important part, right? So I'm gonna show you guys what I need. So I'm gonna go to the form one last time. So this is the form, demrocradio.com/awards hyphen submission. So when you go here, you type, oh, let me back up. I've asked, um, I've made, different posts stating that we only need artists, their representative, or their manager to submit this form, because I'm having, it might be a fan, or something of the sort. They would submit a form, and they don't fill in a lot of these things. So I have to now contact the artist and say, hey, do you know, so and so person name? And they would say no. And for example, I had someone submitted for an artist, and they put that the artist had 50 performances in a 12 months period. So when I verified with the artist, they actually had way less than that, right? Way less than that. It was under 10, right? So that is the reason why we asking that only artists themselves, the representative, or a manager to submit, right? So so we talking about, where are you? All right. So representative name, artist name, email address, phone number, where you currently live in. This is the part that some of you not selecting. Choose nomination. All right. So I need, I mean, even though we got, a couple more hours, and I might extend it until Monday. Might. Might. Right? Because so far I have tomorrow set for, for voting to start. But I believe I'm going to just extend it to one more day. Right? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend it to one more day. All right. So this is where you guys have to make your selection. Then collaboration of the year. If that's what you, first of all, if nothing applies to you in here, and you only came here just to do collaboration of the year, then you fill everything else out and you select this. You either do this, or this. Right? if nothing else applies in here. But if you're submitting for DJ of the year, you have to put DJ. You have to select one of these here, right? Once you select this, then you don't necessarily have to fill these out because it doesn't apply, right? Then you put your booking, how many bookings you've had, and then your YouTube channel, which is very important, very important. So it really, you know, cause us to be doing a lot of digging when this is not, and maybe you don't have one, but at least give us something to where we can find your music, not only about you, but also where we can hear your music. And if you're, you know something else other than a music genre, then like, let's say, comedy content creator, we need to uh find you. All right. All right. So as you all should know by now, the the awards will be kept at the Oceana Theater in, keep saying that, the beautiful Oceana Theater in Brooklyn, New York. Right. A beautiful place. Right. So currently, tickets, we have three packages, or three sections. We have general admission, right, which um is $45, but now right now it's early bird, which is $10 off, right? We have prestige VIP, which is $65, right? And early bird, $10 off. Then we have the elite VIP, which is $75. Now the difference between the prestige VIP, which is of course is closer up, and the elite VIP, which is more close to the stage, the elite VIP comes with, you can actually uh, walk on the red carpet. You actually get access to walk in the red carpet with with the artists and the music executives and the special invitees, and everybody that's going to be invited on that level, right? Hopefully the president Irfan Ali can be there. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, right. So when that's the tickets: 45, 65, and 75. Again, the the prestige VIP is close to the stage. Of course, it's going to be closer to the stage than the general admission. Um, and then we have the elite VIP, which is much closer. So you're going to be closer to the artists. You're going to be closer to a lot of very um, big execs and music executives, and some of the big sponsors, and everybody that's going to be in the front. That elite VIP comes with the access to walk or to experience the red carpet. That right there is a big deal, right? Is a big deal. So it comes with perks, right? Of having that experience. Of course, you're gonna mix and mingle with, some of the big dogs, right? And that one is the elite VIP. That one is 75. Early bird, $10 off. $10 off early bird, right? And artists, all that's nominated, that are nominated, you have, of course, you have, access. You don't have to pay to get in, right? You don't have to pay to get it, right? And I know, I mean, I can say this, to the artists themselves, but I'm just saying this out loud. So in the event, artists is on here and they might hear it firsthand, right? So you got your full access plus one. If you have um, someone else that you want to bring, right? We can discuss and move forward from there. Right? We're gonna have live performance from we're gonna have live performance from some very 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 good artists. Right? We have a couple um names that we have up our sleeves that we're gonna post and make mention of at a later time. Right? um as for those who just came on, I mentioned about the category of female reggae. Right? We need at least one more. We need at least one more female reggae, and yeah, at least one more female reggae, and dancehall. One more dancehall, female dancehall. And again, I accept the fact that we don't have a large amount of female dancehall and a large amount of female reggae. We do not. We do not. Likewise, calypso. We do not. Right. So, um, if you guys know of other artists that are in those categories, then you're free to tag them and tell them they only have a few. They have one more day to submit. Right, one more day to submit. One more day to submit. Right. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the comment section, and I will answer as best as I possibly can. Before I move on. All right. So the other thing is artists. I will make a general post on the different categories that of who were nominated and all the good stuff. But what I want artists and everyone that's nominated thus far to tag us on Facebook at DemRoc Music Awards and on Instagram at DemRoc Music Awards. But you're doing it in a collaboration, right? You're doing a collaboration where you pretty much teaming up with the posts where it will pop up on our social media and yours, right? So it would save us from actually, posting it ourselves. And then all the interaction stays on your posts, but it also pops up on our social media, right? Uh, so if you guys can actually, like, share to the artists, so we can get as many as possible on right now to hear this information. So so Renrick is saying, instead of tagging the page, choose the option to do collaboration. So that would be your option to share it, right? That would be the option to share it. You instead of doing tagging, you do collaboration. And again, this helps us in um, having us, like, preventing us, I should say, from having to post every single thing, right? Right. So once you do the collaboration, it pops up on our page and likewise yours. All the interaction, the likes, the comments, it stays on it's actually channeling through you guys to us, but all the interaction and all that stuff remain on your page. So it would pop up on our page as if we actually posted it as well, right? And right, and that is on Instagram and Facebook, right? We are encouraging everyone, every fan. You could be an artist yourself, right? You could be an artist yourself. To be encouraging you to tag your favorite artists to let them know, because as I said before, many of times my posts, it gets, like, suppressed, it gets shadow banned, it gets everything under the sun. My live currently is probably experiencing that right now, right? Where it's not showing up on other people's timeline, right? And as I continue to speak, if you guys have any questions, just put it in the box. Of course, we're gonna have many other lives like this that we're gonna go, deeper into things, right? And as I mentioned just now about the tickets, it's on Eventbrite, Eventbrite, Eventbrite.com. The direct link is on our different posts that we've made. It's also in our Instagram bio. And if you go to Eventbrite directly, you can type in DemRoc Music Awards, um, 2023 DemRoc Music Awards, and it's going to pop up. The first level is general admission, $45, right? $45. You currently have early bird, which is $10 off of that. You see, the thing is, the way we set in this whole show up is gonna be worth way more than that. Way more than that. So old people's always say, good things not cheap, cheap things not good. But in this case, the cost for admission is very, 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 very low. But do not let that fool you in thinking that you're gonna get mediocre and you're gonna get knock up. Right? The team that is behind this whole project, this whole show, unbelievably talented and brilliant at that. Every last one of them. I ain't even talking about myself. So I'm just showing you guys the level of what you guys gonna get. Right? They are extremely brilliant. And I will introduce them at a later time. right? So that, and of course, we're going to be on at the same time, you know, talking to you guys, later on, right? Not later on tonight, but later on in next month, right? Or maybe the middle of next month, or might be sooner. Who knows, right? But they're brilliant. So admission, first level, um, general admission 45 with a $10 early bird, turn $10 off early bird, right? And we have the prestige VIP. Of course, that's going to be a little bit closer to the stage, a little bit closer to the stage. And then we have the elite VIP. The elite, of course, is going to be much closer, which you will pretty much be, rubbing shoulders with the artists, music executives, sponsors, everyone that is, um, I don't even want to say important because every single one of you guys are important. General admission, whoever, wherever admission, everybody important. All right. So it all depends on the level of, the experience, close or far, that you want to experience is a determinant on what package you're going to get. So the elite VIP comes with the red carpet experience. That means that when you get there, you walk the red carpet, you do your interviews, whatever, media people that's going to be there, they're going to ask you questions, and they might ask you who your favorite artists are, who hoping to see tonight, all those, questions like that, right? And you will be identified, um as a fan or other, so they're not going to ask you questions as if you were an artist. We're going to make sure that we make all of that known to them, to the media houses, so it doesn't seem all over the place like, why are you asking me questions as if I'm an artist? No, we're going to make sure that's sorted out. So you're going to walk the red carpet, um rub shoulders, take pictures and all that stuff on the red carpet, and then everybody going to make their way up into the theater. And we're starting the red carpet at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. All right. Showtime is going to be between 8 and 8:30. Right. Our plan is 8 o'clock, but of course, give and take 8:30. But it's not going to pass 8:30. The type of person that I am, 8 o'clock. But giving that buffer because taking into consideration, you know people running late, which you cannot control. But regardless of who shows up early with the access to be on the red carpet, we're gonna be. Yeah, Rob. No, when I said what I said, control the question. Like, let's say it's a artist, not an artist, a fan that bought the elite um package, which gives them access to the red carpet. So that means that when they go on the red carpet, the questions that they will be asked, if they go on the red carpet, and one of the media persons say, so what kind of music, what genre of music you do, that's not going to happen because we're going to make sure that they're identified as not an artist. That's what I mean. Confirm with me that you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because we don't want when they come up, they're saying, I mean, this information I'm saying here is not necessary is not necessary for for this setting right now, but I just feel it was necessary to mention it. It's not so much a big deal, right? But I'm just showing, just laying it out on what to expect, right? Just laying it out on what to expect when you buy the different levels, right? Early bird is not gonna be available forever, so we encouraging you guys to you know to get your tickets as soon as possible, right? And as they continue to talk, again, I'm asking if you guys have any questions. I will answer to the best of my ability. And just to pedal back a little bit, the music genre, it's only limited to one, right? And that's for many reasons. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So exactly. So they'll be, identified. Yeah. And that's what I meant. That's what I meant. They'll be identified. Right? So our genre, the entry is only one music genre you can enter into. The reason why is because you might have an artist that sings generally, or their main genre is reggae, but they dibble and dabble a little bit in the dancehall. Now, if they well, let's say soca. Let's say their main genre is reggae, but they dibble and dabble in soca a little bit, right? So now they enter into enter into the reggae category, and then they want to enter into soca, but they don't have enough music, right, that is required to be qualified to enter into soca, right? So that's why, and there was a lot of reasons why I didn't have it enter the last awards, and on this one I started to introduce it, and immediately when I realized it was like little issues, I pulled it off. No one, started any submission or anything, but it's just in the planning. I was like, you know what, we can, and I'm saying that so that if any of you had any questions, like why we only able to enter into one genre, that's one of the reasons, right? That's one of the reasons, right? So it's not anything to say, well, we can't handle having multiple genres. No, our culture is, we have a lot of artists that can function in multiple genres, but their strength would be in one, per se. Their strength would be in one. So if that's the case, then they might neglect, like a soca. The i'll i'll send you, if you go on the website, right on the bottom. All right, as a matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show it on the page right now. So I hope you guys can see. Not sure if you guys can see. Okay. So to be nominated as an artist, two or more quality songs released in a 24 months period as a solo artist, right? Two or more good quality music videos released in a 24 months period. The reason why we do 24 months is because our culture is not set up in that fast pace where you produce really good quality stuff constantly. So that's why I did 24 months instead of 12 months, instead of 1 year. Right? Now, this is the very important part here. If artists did not meet the above two requirements, which the two requirements are two or more quality song release and two or more good quality videos, music video release, right? So if they didn't meet that, then um, he or she had to have done multiple performances shows as a solo artist in the past 24 months. So let me break this down. Let me break this down. So for artists that understand like planning to release, they have to do the video, they have to do the promo, they have to do radio tour, they have to do all of these things. You doing all of those things as an artist, you you I mean, of course you can release a whole lot, but you have to be really good, right? So for artists that only release, let's say, two songs in the year, come or one song because they put so much effort into their music videos, their promotion, their touring, and all that stuff, then if they only release one song, but they're getting bookings upon bookings upon bookings upon bookings upon bookings, they qualify, right? They qualify to be nominated, right? They qualify to be nominated. Okay, no problem. Because I know we have some some artists in our culture that don't do three, four songs when the year comes. Sometimes they do two, but the amount of promotion they put behind it, that one song could take up maybe 3 months, 3, 4 months, right? And then they let's say they release another song that might take them into you know the other part of the year. So they might end up doing two or three or maybe one, but they get a lot of shows that they go on, constantly booked, and they probably be sing that song over and over and over. That probably maybe the song that caused them to get the bookings, right? Our culture, the reason why we do it this way is because our culture set up different. It's different. Our culture is set up different. So going back 24 months is necessary. 12 months, mm-mm. All right. All right. So any other questions? Any questions? 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 Go ahead, sir. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Invite artists to the live, invite fans to the live, invite everyone to the live. Wait, no, Ural. What is the makeup? That question is very wide. That question is very wide. Now, the way that we rate a song, right? All right, let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. We got a particular artist in Guyana. We have a particular artist in Guyana that did a song. This was a couple years ago. And the song, because of the melody and the hook, right? And the beat, not so much. I mean, halfway the lyrics, maybe like 50% of the lyrics was good, right? It's not a the artist is still growing. You got a very long way to go, but that particular song caused that artist to get tons and tons and tons of booking. Of course, within the Guyana area, different regions he was uh traveling to, right? So that question is up in the air because it all depends on what the mass is like, right? It all depends on what the masses like. But sometimes what happens is, even though the masses might like a particular song, it's not good for radio, or it's not good for to be nominated. For me, it's not good enough to be nominated, but it's good for a certain reason. Like it's a song that when it come on, it get everybody jumping in the party. And he has proven that not only on one song, not only on two songs, maybe three songs. He was able to do that. Not not songs that I would nominate an artist for, right? So if that particular song gets 100,000 views, let's say he did a video and he get 100,000 views on that, um for them to be nominated. But that's what I'm that's what that I just answer your question. I just answer your question. Because of the song being popular for a different reason, it's good for that reason. But it might not be good for billboards. It might not be good for uh, to be nominated and all these things, right? And in that case, that's how it goes. For a song to be nominated for in generally speaking, of course they have to have not song, an artist. We not only excuse me, we're not only looking at one song or two songs, we're looking at the overall package of that artist. Well, as I said, if it is that you only have one song and over the past 24 months, or two songs over the past 2 years or so, right? If it is that you've been doing shows and you're booked out because of a song or two songs, then you're going to be nominated, right? You're going to be nominated. And it also 12 months. You said what period should be the bookings? 12 months. 12 months. All right. So it's a lot of variables there. There's a lot of variables there because how can you gauge a good song? A lot of people would say I mean, we live in America and we hear some. I live in Georgia, the South, where 99.9% of the time these guys sing this song, you can't understand what they're saying because a bunch of mumble rappers. But what they get, they might get a good hook, and the beat is what carries the song. Right? It's the beat that carries the song. Is she eligible? Who is she? Who is she, Ra? I don't know if you're referring to what I said or somebody else. Right? So even though your the radio would pick your song up, if your radio pick your song up, is for a reason, for a particular reason. It's for a particular reason. Street rappers, street language. I sent two texts. You sent you send two texts. No, send it to my WhatsApp. So even though we're talking about this, we still on topic with what this live is really about. Okay, we still on topic with what this live is about. Right. So there are different points that can be made on um what a good song is and all of these things. Somebody like a Shaggy, I think, I mean, how many years Shaggy been, rolling, performing with the same album, and not only him, many other artists. And he ain't record a song in probably 10, 15, 20 years or whatever the case is. Puff Daddy, the same thing. He hasn't had he just released a new album, I think after about 10, 15 years or so. But guess what? That man been, that man been, traveling and promote singing the same songs over and over and over and over for years upon years upon years. So I take the same approach. Now, if I had said if I had said that an artist have to have four songs or five songs to qualify, then what about the artists them that only do two songs when the year come because they put so much marketing into their stuff? It won't be fair to them. That's why I said if you don't meet that requirement to do two songs when the year come, then if you can show that you've had multiple performances, right? If you can show that you've had multiple performances over 12 months, then you qualify. Right? And not only performances, you still got to be an exceptional artist, right? So because of the way our culture is set up, there's certain things that we can and cannot do. And not because that's the case, we shouldn't, right? It doesn't mean that we shouldn't. Things that I did on the first awards, and the reason why I didn't put certain categories is because I did my study, I did my research, and I had quite a few people was threatening why Calypso wasn't in there, and they made a big hoopla. No disrespect, right? No disrespect. they made, they raised their concerns, right? They raised concerns about why this particular genre is not in there. And I kept it out for a reason. Then on this one, I, included certain things. And right away, before I even push the thing off, I said, you know what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I pulled it off before I even started accepting any nomination. And this is the other thing. I have quite a few submissions, ton submissions that do not meet the requirements, right? Even though the artist might be pushing their body and doing all the things that they think they should be doing. It's a case where we can't nominate every single body, right? And excuse me, I even push to put a lot more nominees in these categories. My thing was, on this awards, I'm passing 4 and 5. On the last one, I put a lot more on those categories because it was a strategic move in that I wanted to expose as many artists as we possibly can to you guys. That's why I did it, to give more exposure to all the other, you know, to show many different faces and stuff like that. But this one, I didn't do that. Went overboard a little bit on 1 and 2 categories, but overall, I maintain that number to a degree. So when I do contact you and say, hey, you know, not able to nominate you this year, is not because you're not good, is because the others, the ones that's nominated in our eyes, just met the requirements um than what you have. Doesn't mean that you're not a good artist. It doesn't mean that nobody belittling you or anything like that. That's just how things go. And then hopefully on the next one you can be a part of the nomination because you've gotten better. You've done all the things that you needed to do to be considered and nominated. This for a lot of people that don't understand, don't fully understand what this DemRoc Music Award is about. It's is not to show that this person is better than you and this person is better than this and this person better. No, it's not. I just feel it's necessary for us to do this because it takes our music culture to a whole nother level, right? It can cause artists that take this thing very serious. It can cause them to improve so much because they say, you know what, I got to be nominated on the next one. It could be for many other reasons, not only the Denmark Music Awards, but I just feel like it's necessary, right? It's very, very necessary. There's so many other things I can get into, but I don't want to go down that road, right? So the categories we have is male hip hop and R&B artist of the year, female dancehall artist of the year, male dancehall artist of the year, female chutney artist of the year, male chutney artist of the year, DJ of the year, Male Gospel Artist of the Year, Female Gospel Artist of the Year, Producer of the Year, Male Reggae Artist of the Year, Female Reggae Artist of the Year, Male Soca Artist of the Year, Female Soca Artist of the Year, Comedy Content Creator of the Year, and Super Fan of the Year. Super Fan of the Year. I have to. So, oh, we still need maybe two more entry for Super Fan of the Year. I would like two more. I would like two more entry for that. Mm. And as I speak, if you guys have any questions, please put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Um, so tomorrow, so and I glad Kaya just Kaya just tag someone there. If you know someone that is a super fan, they support. If you go to the website, if you go to the same link that I just give you, democracy.com, and the link, the button is right there. You go to the submission form, and on that form, you're gonna scroll to the bottom, and you see all the requirements. Super fan, also the requirements is there as well. So if you know this person is always sharing artist stuff, not only artists, not only music, but generally they're just a great person. They always sharing, they always tagging people, they're always showing up on your live, they always commenting, they always contributing, right? They always acknowledge you when it's your birthday and many other things, right? They always comment on your stuff, congratulating you, right? If you know individuals like that, tag them and have them submit to be nominated. Of course, when you um the submission come in, of course we go behind the scene and we do our research and we ask questions and the whole nine. The whole nine. Now the other part to this is communication. Communication. And let me show you how what our culture is not ready for yet. So once you're nominated, you get an official email with some the things that they've been posting. You get email, everything looks nice and pretty. Now if we receive those submission and we go through it and we say, okay, we guys going to um send an email and just leave it as that, even though at the end of the email we put, please confirm that you've received this notification, right? Not everyone would reply, right? So when we don't see them replying, then we like, okay, did they get it? Did they check their email? So what we ended up having to do, and we did this from jump. We would search Facebook, find that artist, and we let them know that, hi, blah 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 blah. Please check. your email for, congratulations, you've been nominated for blah blah blah, whatever category it is. Please check your email for official notification. That is a bit tacky, right? The big timers don't do that. They deal with you email to email, or you know but for them to send you a message on Facebook, it's tacky. But in our case, it's necessary. I'm just showing you how our culture is set up and certain things that we're not ready for. For me or someone else on the team to send the email of notification of nomination and just leave it as that. If you reply, you don't. If you reply, you reply. If you don't reply, you don't reply. If we do that, then the artist probably missed the email. I had one particular artist that um I forwarded the information, the notification to the manager, right? And they said that they didn't get it. So I had to send it again. So now if I didn't communicate with that person, if I didn't communicate to that person to be looking out for that email, then it would have been like, you didn't send me nothing, they didn't send me anything. So that's why we took it upon ourselves to say we gonna have that one-on-one message. We're gonna ask questions, and we're gonna let you know that you need to check that you were nominated and look for the official notification in your email. A few years from now, we not gonna have to do that, because it's just gonna be a different level, a different operation, a different process. But for now, we're gonna do that because we can't trust that everybody gonna check their email, because it might slip them to check the email, right? Because this is something new to them, to you guys. So some people are excited, and some might be extremely excited. You might have some that's excited, but it might slip them, and you have the ones that just maybe going through the motion. So we cater for all of them, and we took it a step further, and we send the message on Facebook, and we do it that way. And like I said, if you guys have questions as I speak, put them in the box in the comment section. Right, put them in the comment section. Put them in the comment section. And as I mentioned before, the 2023 DemRoc Music Awards will be held at the beautiful Oceana Theater in Brooklyn, New York. Right. On December 16th. Right. So we have tickets available on Eventbrite, eventbrite.com. You can go to the direct link that's on our Instagram bio, and on the different posts on Facebook. And you go directly there, or you just type in Denmark Music Awards, 2023 Denmark Music Awards on Eventbrite, and it's going to pop up. We have three levels. We have general admission, which is $45, with a early bird of $10 off. We have prestige VIP, right? Of course, that's closer to the stage. Then we have the elite VIP, closer to the stage. The elite VIP gives you the access to be on the red carpet. And as I mentioned earlier, old people say, good things not cheap, cheap things not good. Don't be fooled by the costs or the admission that, oh, it's cheap, probably gonna experience. No, 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 no. What you the experience you guys gonna get is gonna be way more than the admission. All right, it's gonna be way more than the admission. This is history that are gonna be making on that night. This is not about, we do it better and we do it this and we doing that. For us, it'll be history for us, right? Um, history as a team, history as a culture, and all that good stuff. So the elite VIP comes with the ability to be closer to the artists, music executives, a lot of people that's have high ranking and positions and stuff like that, sponsors and all these things. That's the elite VIP, and that comes with the access to walk the red carpet and take pictures and do little interviews and all of these things. All right, and all of that is available on eventbrite.com. eventbrite.com. And we are seeking two more or one more female reggae artists entry. One more, at least one more. Dancehall, we can take one more. What if not? It's all good. Um, and the not fan favorite, um, super fan. We need at least one or two more. So people that that's supportive and they share your stuff, they comment, they always on your live, they always supporting and all these things, then they'll be considered a super fan, not only with you, but they have, multiple artists that they might be super fan of. Right? Any questions? We have, a lot more lives to do on the either the next one or the following one. I'm going to introduce, some of the guys that's on the team, right? We're gonna bring those on, and we're gonna, go in more in depth on some things, right? But we just asking you guys, all you that's nominated, if you can share everything that you see on the pages. When you do post your nomination notification, do collaboration when you post and not tagging. You're doing a collaboration on Facebook and Instagram. You're doing a post collaboration so that when it pops up on your page, it pops up on our page as well. So once it pops up on our page, then all the interaction, the comments, the likes, and all that stuff, it's actually coming from your page, channeling to ours. So of course you're gonna get more exposure as well through our Instagram page, which is what you're gonna collab with DemRoc Music, DemRoc Music Awards, and you can also tag DemRoc Music. But DemRoc Music Awards is the main one that we need you to tag. Right? DemRoc Music Awards is what we need you to tag. Any questions? Um, Live streaming, we're gonna discuss that at a later time. Gonna discuss that at a later time. So we need you guys to have your best outfit ready. All who got to shop on Sheen or Shine or whatever they call it. All who got to shop on Timu. Get your Timu dress or your Timu suit or your Sheen dress, or your Sheen what you call it, suit. Get it ready. We stepping out. Stepping out. All right, we stepping out. We have special awards that's going out to Garden Mosley, Norier, Casual, Raw Tony, Mr. Ian Johnson, aka Mr. Dynamics, and Fojo. And we have two more that will also, but I'll make mention of that at a later time. Currently, we have the promo ad that is burning up HJTV. And if you guys living in Guyana and you see the ads, you know, if you can, do a little recording of it and tag us, it will help tremendously. It helps with promotion, right? Just either be in it and tag, do a recording or something in it. It helps. Every promotion helps. All promotion helps, right? So the other big thing is why why we going on that level of so big is because it's necessary, right? I know a lot of people have questions and why they doing it so big, or why did this, why did that, and all that stuff. If it is that we don't do certain things, then we will remain in a mediocre state forever and ever. And sometimes it takes one person to step out and do certain things. Might not be me, it might be somebody else, but it's necessary. How long will we continue to play it safe because of fear and all of these things? Am I um having certain nervousness and all that stuff? Yeah. But my confidence is, it outweighs that. Not only confident in myself, but confident in the people around me. Right? Yes, we will have artists performing. We'll have special performances. We have a number so far, but we're gonna mention that at a later time. Right? I just want I just want I just want us all to uh understand. No names yet. I'm gonna mention no names yet. Right? I just want us all to understand this whole movement. It's different. And sometimes it's hard for us to embrace certain things because it's like it's different, but different is good. Different is scary. Different comes with a lot of fear. Different comes with a lot of doubts. Different comes with a lot of confidence. Different comes with a lot of positivity. Different comes with a lot of optimism, right? Different comes with a lot of skepticism, right? So it all depends on how you look at different. I've had enough experiences where I understand what it feels like. So I know how to deal with these things, right? I know how to deal with these things. Pressure, I can deal with pressure. Not an expert at pressure yet, but this level of where we taking this thing, yeah, it's pressure. Can it be done? Most definitely. Will it be done? Most definitely. Will it be executed? Most definitely. Will there be issues? Most definitely. Will we overcome those issues? Most definitely. Will we learn from those issues? Most definitely. From the first DemRoc Music Awards, which was virtual, and to where we are now on the second annual, is night and day. And you guys can, most of you that been tapped in, right? You can instantaneously, excuse me, instantaneously tell the difference in promotion, the difference level of, I mean, we talking about venue, that's new, promotion, and I'm telling you, the level and the caliber of artists that are in these categories. Whoo! It's so amazing. It's so amazing. I'm talking about the best of the best what Guyana have. The best of the best. Top tier, top tier, right? And of course, give and take, some categories, some people, some faces might be new and stuff like that. But generally, generally speaking, overall, top tier. So in a few days, we're gonna post all the categories and of that are nominated, and the voting and all that stuff is gonna start. We're going to voting supposed to start tomorrow, but we're gonna extend it one more day for nomination. One more day for nomination. We want to give another chance for people to get on board. Most of the categories are locked off, but we can accept one or so. I mean, dancehall, no. Which other one? Dancehall, male is locked off, and what's the other one that's completely locked off? Well, so far in my notes is just that one. I know another one is pretty much close. Is pretty much close. So we can accept some other categories. We can accept like one or two, but some of them, female reggae artists, we need at least one. One more. Super fan of the year, we need at least one more. At least one more. Female dancehall, at least one more. But if not, we are good. DJ, we have enough, but I don't mind taking two more. I don't mind accepting two more. If not, not a problem. We're good. And the other important thing is, uh the last awards we identified artists and we nominated them. They didn't have to go through this process. We contacted you and said, um, blah 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 blah. You're nominated. Do you accept or decline? Right? Only one person, only two people decline. It's fine. Two people decline. And one of them actually, is nominated on this one. One of them out of the two is nominated on this one. But the problem that we had on the last one is that we had people saying things like um favoritism and all of these craziness that we choose people we wanted to be in there, and we reach out to y'all, reach out to us, and one person carry on at the rate on his life, you know, cuss up and carry on. But it favoritism, entitlement. I am way beyond stuff like that. I don't care how good me somebody good. I don't care how close me and the artist and are. It doesn't matter to me. Entitlement is through the door for me. No way. Mm-mm. So for people to feel like I didn't not nominate them and all these things is crazy. So that's why on this one we say, you know what? We're not gonna subject ourselves to that. We telling you, submit your nomination. Submit for nomination. So you can't say that we didn't message you directly or contact you directly and say, hey, you're nominated for blah 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 blah. That's the link. And that link been up for about a month, I would think. I would say. Open for nomination. I have to go back. It's close to a month, if not a month. Yeah, it's about a month. Probably a month, over a month actually. Right? So I say that to say this. When you guys don't see certain people being nominated, is because they didn't submit for nomination. They could be the best DJ, they could be the best artist in your eyes. If they're not nominated, it means that they did not submit for nomination. Because on the very first awards we had, a large percentage, this is sad, right? A large percentage of artists accepted nomination just because they didn't share, they didn't post it, they didn't care. They just accepted it just because. And I don't want to subject myself or anyone on the team to that. Right? Guys, bear with me 1 second. Let me uh change my battery. So it's just very it was just heart breaking in a sense that I had to go through that. I had to go through that. And I understand that's a part of our culture. It's something new. So them trusting to say, well, awards, I just accept it. I'm talking about on the first one. right? So I'm saying this like you accepted nomination because I asked you to, or because you really wanted to be in this thing. So I didn't want that to be the case on this one. So I'm saying if you want to be nominated and you want to be a part of this thing, submit for nomination. If you don't submit for nomination, it means that you don't care to be a part of it. And that's fine. That's fine. Okay, Ian, Empress Petra, reggae artist. Okay, good. I'm gonna make contact with her. If you have a, if you know her personally, if you can contact her and tell her to submit, or you can give me her information, and I will deal with it directly. I'm extending it one more day. All right. Blessings, Alabama. All right. So if you want to be a part of this thing, you submit for nomination, and you know, okay. All right, yeah. So imagine you on the last one, me sending these things saying uh you're nominated for a particular category. Do you accept or decline? And somebody say I decline. Yeah, kind of. Damn. But anyway, it's all right. I've gotten tough like that. It's all right. It's okay. I mentioned in an interview the other day. I said if we don't get this right, and when I say right, I'm talking about us fixing issues within our music culture. If we don't get this right in the next maybe 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to be bad. You know why it's going to be bad? Because the next generation, they will have no interest in being artists. 15, 20 years from now, 20 years max, we doom. It might sound funny, it might sound strange, but that's where we heading if we don't fix these, these some of these issues we have as a music culture, right? Fixing it means embracing projects, being a part of projects. You're not being a part of any knock up thing, but once you see structure to things, you get involved. When you have when you're booked for a show and you have 10 minutes, if you have a buddy, a brother or a sister that that you see that they're good, you give them 2 minutes out of your 10 minutes. That is building a music culture, a well-structured music culture. Because what's gonna happen is when your friend don't get no bookings and you know he's good or she's good and they don't have no bookings and you getting all the bookings, at what point they gonna experience the big stage? At what point? Now all of a sudden they might get fortunate and they get to go on the big stage and they might make a mess of it because it's something new to them. But giving them a 2 minutes here and a 2 minutes there and a 2 minutes there over a period of time, they get comfortable. And not only that, the promoters might say, all right, my God, look into this guy by. All right. All right. So over a period of time, they might get booked because of the 2 minutes they get in here and a 2 minutes here or a 2 minutes there or whatever the case is. It might sound stupid. It might sound like a talking stupidness, but back to the generational stuff. If we don't get it fixed, we're doomed. And I am trying my hardest to do my part to help fix our issues. And one of our biggest issues is being consistently supportive to each other as artists, as producers. I try my best to create a pure and a clean and a loving environment for everybody to come and enjoy all the projects that I've been doing. The Rep 592 project, a lot of people skin up the nose on it, for years. And you see where it's at now? You see where is that now? Go check the numbers on Audio Mac. But I didn't start these things because I just started for start's sake. I know exactly where it was gonna happen. It just took it just was just was a matter of time. I know exactly that was gonna happen. Because I know me. I know how I just move. When I set my mind to do something, it is gonna work. DemRoc Music Awards, same thing. You understand? So I've said a lot for tonight. I feel I've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about, and we will extend it to one more day for nomination. All right, which is the whole of tomorrow, because we were supposed to start voting tomorrow, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna extend it one more day, and this is fan favorite voting. This voting doesn't determine if a person win or not. The same way we did it the last time. Fan favorite voting. We use the data from that, and we do our own research and we mix it. So you guys telling us this is who we want to win. That's what that data is telling us. This is who we want to win. All right. So um that is it for now. I appreciate all of you that have tuned in from starting to end, and share the link for the Eventbrite for your people to go get their tickets. All right. You can find that link on our social media pages. All right. So I appreciate you guys. All right. Good night. Much love. Bless up. Peace.